Hello. This is video 4, I think. Okay, now we're looking at portraiture, but maybe in a very simplistic way. And what I like about this one is the fact that it's all broken up into shapes. It's using collage, but you can also do drawing if you like. I'll show you that later. And I always tell my students, when you want to start drawing, is to look at everything and breaking down to shapes. Don't freak out about making a nose or an eye or the perfect ear. They're all just shapes and tones, but today we'll look at shapes in particular. Now, as you can see here, this is one I started earlier, and I've used lots of interesting magazine cuttings and everything for the hair, and then actual just coloured paper. And I've stuck this on. This is an A3 piece of paper, but you can use whatever size you'd like, A4 or even bigger than A3 if you like. I have used coloured paper, but if you do not have that, what I started doing over here is I actually, here's when I started cutting out, I just coloured in with different textures, a whole lot of different squares of colour. You can also obviously use paints too and just make a whole lot of different coloured pieces of paper like that, or if you have coloured paper, fantastic. And of course you can use your magazines. I love my National Geographics. Alright, so breaking down to shapes. Now, the face I made was like a sort of like an egg shape, which is generally what a face I would say is, but of course you can do a round shape, a square shape, whatever you like. And then I also just chopped out some I think I just chopped out like a sort of semicircle, but that cut into the semicircles to make it look like a fringe. These bits I just got from a magazine. They're all sorts of herbs and stuff like that. I've got some lavender up there for some flowers in my hair, and then I just chopped out little bits of strips of black to make it look like the hair again. Now, the eyes, I did circles and then little circles in between, but I'm going to add to it. The mouth, I just sort of did a funny shape. I think I did, a kind of sad face and then a happy face connected to it, but then I cut out these little bits there because you've got a little bit of a dint in your lips. But of course, again, you can do whatever shape you like. Now, the nose, it just happened to be that I had this funny shape cut out here already, and then I just chopped this bit out. So you've got a long kind of shape here, which could end up, if you cut it here, a rectangle. And then this one down here, well, I don't know, whatever shape you want to call it. All right, I'm going to stick that down there, and I actually decided that I was going to have a nostril there as well. So I did a semicircle, a little bit taller than usual, and I'm going to start sticking these down. But it's a good idea first to sort of maybe play around and work out where you want them. So I might have my nose like that, maybe my lips going that way. And then I also thought that I would actually give my eyes some eyelids, and I might do it that way, a little bit of a surprise look. Now I've got to get my other one. So I'll get my piece of orange here. So I've just cut up like a smiley face and then gone across, so it looks like a little hill or a little Ayers Rock, Uluru. Okay, good, that's looking good. I'm going to stick my nostril on there. Alright, cool, that's looking fun. Now, so I'm going to grab my glue stick. I'm going to start sticking. This is a perfect activity for a rainy day like today. I wonder whether you can hear the rain on my roof. Bit of a surprised look. Nose. Again, I'm just checking where I want it. I might have it off skew if a little bit like that. Nostril. And mouth. Now, I might use my red square to give myself some big round red cheeks. If you are worried about getting the perfect circle, what you can do is you can turn around your piece of paper. I've used the back of an old project that I was doing, and do the circles. Obviously, try to have it to the edge of the paper, so then that way you don't have to cut right into the middle or something to be able to get to your circle, and that way you don't waste as much paper. One circle. Two circles. Hey, that looks fun. All right, glue. Okay, can't forget about the neck. What kind of neck should I have? Just a rectangle off to the side? What color? Green, darker bluey kind of color, or orange? I'm thinking orange. Alright, again, I'm going to sort of give myself a feeling of what kind of shape I want. I think I might do a rectangle like I said, so I might do a rectangle. Always a good idea also to make it bigger rather than smaller, because you can always chop away rather than have to try to add to it. Here we go. Now the issue is that I've already stuck this down, so it's probably a good idea to actually put the neck down first, but what I can do is I can be tricky here and maybe cut out an idea of the face. Aha! Okay, stick that down. And obviously you can keep going and going. I can add jewelry. I can maybe add the little bits of ear down here with some earrings. You can do all sorts of things. So I'll show you how I was thinking that you could do it with a blank piece of paper, and if you don't have coloured pieces and you don't want to do collage, you can literally just start drawing your face. So for example, let's do, I'm going to do top of the head and just maybe sort of like, like a pizza. Okay. And then I might have my round eyes. And I might have, no, that's a little bit too thin. And nose, I might do round shape like that, and just a rectangle on top. Maybe a little round shape on the side like that. And then I'm going to have, maybe I'll do actually a open mouth, sorry. And I can put square ears. This one might be smaller because I feel like this face is going to the side a bit. And I might decide that I'm going to have diamond eyes inside. You can go crazy with this. Let's see, what else could we do? We could do a whole bunch of triangles for the hair. And then I might do my rectangle neck with maybe some shoulders here. Woohoo! All right. So now what you can do is you can colour these in instead of cutting out. So I'm going to use a I use a pencil in the background. The thing is, it doesn't really matter if you go over your eyes and your other unless you're using pencil again, but you can do it really, really hard. I'm going to actually just colour in the whole thing, my whole face, because I'll show you then what you can do is you can get a texture and you can go straight over with the shapes. So I'm doing this really quickly, but obviously you guys take your time. I just tell my students take as long as you like. Alright, so now I'm going to get red texture. Purple schnoz. That's the way I like to say nose. Purple schnoz. Alright. My rectangle and then a big circle on the end. And I might actually do the other circle a different colour. I might have it blue. You see how the texture covers up the pencil, so it doesn't really matter. I might use this blue also for the blue diamond eyes. And green for around the edge. And I might actually change the shape a bit and have it a little bit more like an eye. So more like a lemon shape. Some people say a football. Some people an almond. Alright, now we're going to have, what colour mouth should I do? Now yellow might not work so well, so I might actually do orange, it's a stronger colour. Yellow might not work too well over the purple pencil. So that's the only thing that you've got to be careful of is like what colours you're going to do over the top. I might even do something like this where I do a you could either have it as a tongue or the back of the mouth. Okay, here I'm going to just outline my face so it looks a little bit stronger. And then of course my hair. Now I've actually got some crayons as well, so they're quite powerful and they'll go over the pencil. Light blue. So the only thing you've got to be careful with using crayons and texture is you can go crayons over texture, but not the other way around. So the texture doesn't like to go over the wax and it'll ruin your textures, so be careful of that. Make sure I get all those spaces. You can see the pencil a little bit through the crayon. Obviously if I did a darker one it wouldn't matter. Doesn't really bother me that much. I like to see sometimes the marks underneath to see how the painting or how the drawing developed. All right, looking pretty funny, looking fun. I like it. You get the picture. I would obviously do my neck different color maybe, and maybe you could do something like, here, let's have a look. What color should I do? I'll do orange again. So I might do the neck like that and then end up actually having something like this to make it look like there is a shirt. You can just do things like that as well, so you can have some nice marks. And of course the background, you can do whatever you please. All right, there's your faces made up of shapes. Now next video I'll actually help you draw a more realistic portrait, still basing the same idea as to breaking down in shapes. All right, happy times, bye bye.